Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. All right, today's topic is holidays and family drama. Holidays and family drama. All right, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Now, those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find a link in the description. Now it's time for our daily affirmation, and here it is. I am bigger than my fears, more than my reactions, and greater than my judgments. I am bigger than my fears, more than my reactions, and greater than my judgments. Let this sink in. I am bigger than my fears, more than my reactions, and greater than my judgments. Let this affirmation sink deep into your spirit, and let it be a blessing to you today. I am bigger than my fears, more than my reactions, and greater than my judgments. Okay, now it's time for movement, and we do these movements just to get our blood circulating. Okay, today we're going to do 2 simple neck movements and 5 of each. Okay, so we're going to sit up straight, and what we're going to do is just this, and that's 1, and then we'll do the other side. All right, you ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, how's that feel? You know you can feel it in your neck. Now let's go the other way. 5 times. All right. 1, 2. Sit up straight. 3, 4, and 1 more. 5. Okay. How's that feel? Shake it out. Okay. Now let's dive into this message today. Holidays and family drama. I did pull a video to get us started. Let's watch the video. We're going to read a letter, and then we're going to talk about this issue. Okay, here we go.
Remember, the holidays are a time of year where you're supposed to feel warm and cozy and comfortable, happy and safe. If you find you're feeling anxious rather than excited because of the people you have to see, I think that's a time to really sit down and plan out what you're going to do this holiday season. Start thinking about it now rather than it just creeping up on you in December when there's all the other holiday parties and spending and pressures that go along with that season. People will tell you that you should subject yourself to mistreatment for the sake of your children and their holiday experience, but I think we both know that your child having a parent that's on edge and anxious isn't what's best for them this holiday season.
You see, family drama can be devastating, especially around the holidays, because, you know, you want everybody to be happy during the holidays. But when you bring family together, and if they're toxic, and especially when alcohol is involved, it brings up those spirits, and it brings out that toxicity, and it can ruin your holiday gatherings. Family drama can be a real thing, but love yourself, take care of yourself, and if you find that things become toxic, you may have to just leave that toxicity behind. And let's Let's read the letter and see what she says. Holidays and family drama. Okay, she says, with the holidays approaching, I am in a dilemma. I distance myself from my toxic family. This letter will just talk about my brother, who is older than me. I'm 38 and he's 46. Okay, so you're both still young. All right. Growing up poor, my brother took to the streets and ended up going to prison for almost 20 years. I was 16 years old when he went. Before he went in, we weren't close, and I guess it was the age difference. Well, you're not that much of an age difference, but I guess if he was in the streets, maybe that gave some distance between you two. I finished school and began my successful career at a young age. Throughout the years, I supported my brother. I sent him money regularly while he was in jail. When he was released from prison, I helped him out with the phone, clothes, money, etc. While it was in my heart to give and help people, I felt almost forced to constantly do it for him. My brother was overbearing and controlling. If I didn't answer the phone, he would get upset. If I didn't write him letters, he would get upset. It felt like I was doing the time with him. I know it did if he was treating you this way. He should have been appreciative and grateful for everything you did for him. But somehow he's treating you like it's your obligation. It was like I was doing the time with him, almost like a doggone wife. He would always pester that he needed this and needed that. I helped him because I felt bad that he was in there, although he put himself there. So yeah, he's working on your sympathy. Your brother, yeah, he's taking advantage of it. Fast forward to him being home, I continued to help him. He got a job right away and got a place with a roommate, and I was proud of him for not returning to the streets. When he bought his car, I gave him $1,000 to help him out. When he moved out of the state with his girlfriend and kids, I gave him another $1,000 to help him out. In between, I would always pay for local trips, pay for outings for him, his girlfriend, and their kids. I helped pay for my nephew's birthday parties. Looking back now, I realized I was doing way too much, and he took advantage. On my spiritual journey, I started to finally put myself first. Thank goodness you did. And really open my eyes to the people around me and the behavior I was accepting. I realized I was not comfortable with my brother's behavior. If I didn't answer his call, he would call me back to back 5 times in a row. Yeah, you're not obligated to your brother. You see? And I'm glad. See, on your spiritual journey, you will be guided toward your better good. And you will be led to drop a lot of toxic people. Okay? He would just pop up at my house several times a week. Eventually, I told him to stop, that he couldn't just show up. I got tired of having to constantly address his behavior and realized I wasn't comfortable with it. Before going to jail, my brother used to beat his girlfriends. I was too young to understand how evil that is, and how I now realize how terrible he was. The last straw was earlier this year when he moved, and I gave him the money I mentioned before And the weeks later, he asked to borrow money. Then a few weeks later, he asked me for donations and help for his son's birthday party. I felt so used, and at the moment, I said enough is enough. While my brother can be fun and funny at times, this isn't a brother who is loving. He didn't help me when I needed little things done around the house. Put it simple, he was a licensed plumber, and my bathroom sink was clogged for almost a year. I saw this wasn't a mutual love relationship and that he saw me as a cash cow. I said no to his last request. He also intentionally didn't tell me happy birthday last year, and I felt it was intentional. Once I finally made the choice to distance myself, I felt immediate relief, and I knew it was the right thing to do. Yes, it was. It was the right thing to do. It just takes the other folks some time to adjust to the new you. All right? I am a single mother to a 15-year-old boy, and he misses the family. I've tried to lightly explain to him why we don't see them as much, but at his age, I think he doesn't get it. He wants to do Thanksgiving with my brother, as my brother has 4 kids in the household, and my son considers them his friends. My question to you is, should I consider my son's feelings in making a choice to be around my brother and his family, or should I stick to what's right and my son will understand later? I doubt it if your son will understand later. I doubt it. I do feel bad because my son feels lonely with it being just the 2 of us, and as there is no family support. As always, thank you so much. Okay. If I were in your position, and you have a young son and he wants to be around family at Thanksgiving, well, have you considered allowing him to go over there for Thanksgiving dinner? Listen, you can have 2 Thanksgivings. Thanksgiving is just a day of giving thanks. Now, if he wants to be around the family for dinner, whatever, allow him to go. You don't have to go if you don't want to. Allow him to go and be around the family. You can be with your son when he comes home. And you can have your little dinner if that's what you want to have. You can have it the day after. It's no big deal here. Your son is 15, and so he should be old enough. You can take him over there, drop him off, and then pick him up later. You don't have to attend if you don't want to. If you don't feel like you want to be around these toxic people, then don't. But it's a tricky thing with your children. And I'll tell you why. Because there were times I raised my boys by myself. I was separated from their father. And so when these holidays came around, my family was out of state. And his family was in state where we were. So I allowed the boys to go over there for the holidays if that's what they wanted to do. I didn't go. I didn't go over there. But if they wanted to go and be with them, I allowed it. Now, it's really up to you. You know your family better than I do. You know how toxic they are. Now, if your 15-year-old son can go over there and be with his cousins or whatever and have a good time, I would allow it. I really don't see an issue with it unless you feel like being around them would be harmful to your son in some kind of way. If you don't see any harm in it, allow him to go. That's my advice. But if he would be exposed to some sort of harmful behavior, well, then I would explain to him why I didn't want him to go over there. Okay? There were some relatives when I was growing up that we weren't allowed to go over to their houses, although I wanted to go and play with my cousins or whatever. But there was a reason. The father was toxic, so we weren't allowed to go over there. You have to use your own judgment where this is concerned with your son. You see, you know that they're toxic, but maybe they're not the kind of toxic that will harm your son if he goes over there during the holidays. Okay? From your letter, it just seems like they want to drain you for money. So don't go. Just send your son over there. They're not going to ask him for money. So that's my advice to you, because your son could grow up having some sort of feelings because you don't allow him to go over there on the holidays with his cousins and his other relatives. All right. It's up to you. Trust your gut on this. You know your family better than I do. You see? And you know how toxic they are. If it's not going to be a harmful experience to your son, I don't see any reason why you can't just take him over there, drop him off, and you will go on about your business for the day. And then come back and pick him up. I hope that the message helps you. And I hope that you understand it. You know, during the holidays can bring up a lot of family issues. And a lot of family wounds can be stirred up during the holidays. When the families all get together, then these wounds, these open wounds starting to come out. You see, if you went over there and you're already wounded by your family, it could turn sour. It could. But if your 15-year-old son went over there, I doubt it if he'll come against any conflict, because he'll be busy playing with his little cousins. Okay? So that's my advice to you. Allow your son to go. You don't have to go. But yeah, family gatherings around the holidays, especially if toxicity is going on in the family, the holidays will bring up these open wounds. So be aware of that. And let your children know that the holidays are not the only times that you can enjoy your family. So for you, if you feel like if your son goes to them for the holiday and you're alone for the holiday doesn't have to be just one day. You can enjoy your son the day after or the day after. Listen, every day can be a holiday. It's really up to you. It's the way that you think about things. That's what makes the difference, the way that you think about it. But your son is young, and if he feels some kind of way, let him go. Let him go and enjoy his people. Okay? Just make sure that you are loving yourself and enjoying yourself. I hope that you understand the message today, and I really hope that it helps. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World, YT@hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World, YT@hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of your letter and I will comply. I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. And to show my appreciation, I will be giving away a deck just like this one to one of you lucky subscribers once this channel hits 100,000. and every day we get a little closer. This is a 53 Oracle card deck of I Am Affirmations, and I will announce the name of the winner right here on the channel. So keep watching, and good luck to all of you. I want to thank you so much for your letters and your comments, and a special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best, and I really hope to see you next time.